Welcome back. Welcome back. Investing one-on-one. Thank you for checking my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment. Don't forget to hit the like. If you're here watching my video, don't waste my time or your time. Make sure you do those last 3 things that I just asked of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You see, like, when I created this channel, I was thinking to myself, I want to learn about investing. And as I learn about investing, I kind of want to post videos about it on YouTube, and maybe I can help people that don't know anything about investing. You know, they can learn about it as well with me, or maybe they can take the journey with me. You know, that's kind of why I asked you to subscribe, to hit like, so other people can also, you know, join us on a journey or whatever. Because the more people join, the more people that are together, kind of has a greater impact. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like money. Like, the more money you have, the more you could do. Well, the more people I have, the more I can accomplish, the more I can learn. So anyway, I was thinking, like, yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying, if schools were different and they taught us about investing, they taught us about different stocks and bonds and stuff like that, index funds and all this other, and 401ks, and what was the other one? R something. Like, there's so many different things or whatever that I still haven't, like, fully grasped, and I don't want to talk about it unless I fully do know about it. But there are a lot of things that you can technically invest in. I mean, Amazon, Facebook, I mean, there's ways you can make money. There's different things you could do to accomplish achieving money. I mean, you could outsource, you could drop ship. I mean, there's so many things that I've learned in the last couple of weeks that I honestly didn't know anything about. See, my thing is I'm more good with my hands, you know. So even with these videos, like the editing and whatnot, and knowing exactly how to talk to my audience and to get you guys to actually participate, that's tough. You know what I mean? I mean, chances are, not only am I talking to myself right now, but you probably already left this video. And if you didn't leave this video, hit the fucking subscribe button. Like, come on, man. Like, I need to see the subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Better yet, just drop a damn comment. If pressing subscribe is too difficult, leave a comment, okay? Because it seems like there's more people that have a lot of shit to say than people who actually help out. You know, so, you know, leave a comment talking crap if you want to talk crap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say. You know, if you're watching my channel, you know, I appreciate the views. You know, just, I need that interaction, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like you're a creepy stalker if you don't subscribe, you know, if you don't hit like, if you're not leaving a comment, if you're not interacting with me. This is investing one-on-one. This isn't just watch a guy make videos. Like, you know, drop some comments. You know, honestly, I can accept anything that anybody has to say at this point. You know what I mean? Any contribution is a beautiful contribution in my eyes, and it'll make a huge difference. You know, it affects what I'm able to talk about and the type of content I can actually bring to my viewers. You know, I've had some ideas of ways I can script all of this, and, you know, I'm considering working on it or whatever. I'm looking at how other YouTubers are doing it, how a lot of people are kind of just following a formula, you know, and it works. But at the same time, I kind of want to just tweak that formula, you know, so that way I can do my own thing. And then, you know, I'm learning, like, you really got to have your niche, you know what I'm saying? You really got to have your thing together, you know, where you know exactly what you want to provide. And honestly, like, when it comes to YouTube, like, I feel like I know exactly what I want to provide, and at the same time, it's YouTube, so it's like such a brand new experience. And the more that I'm looking around and I'm learning from other people's videos, the more I'm actually realizing, wait, you know, not only can I do this, but I could do this as well, you know. And so now I'm trying to, like, put it all together. How can I incorporate it where I could put everything together and brand it, you know, and just have myself branded out there, so that way everybody can find me a lot easier, for one, and so that way we can actually create a community where we all can work together and learn together. You know, I almost want this to be like an educational and a how-to or finance, you know. But part of me also wants to do music, you know what I mean? I love music. I think we all love music, you know. I think music's like one of the most popular things in the world right now, you know, aside from social media sites, you know what I mean? The music's like huge, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not a musician. I'm not going to play a guitar or the piano or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But I could talk about music, talk about the music that I do like, or the music that I don't like, or why I like it or why I don't like it. You know, I mean, hit subscribe. You know, like we can do whatever. And and drop a comment down there. Like, I don't want to repeat these things. I want you guys to actually just do it. You know, I don't have those little things popping up at you. You know what I mean? So hit like, something like that or whatever. But like I said, this is just, this is investing one-on-one, and the biggest investment is when people actually subscribe and when people actually comment. Subscribe so you can always see my videos when they do come up and you can be a part of it, and comment so that way you actually are a part of it. Hit like so that way other people can see the video and possibly join in on our community. Basically, I want us all to unite. I believe that the more we learn about investing together, the greater we all can become together. And we can affect the world in a greater way as well, and have a huge impact. Now, I know I've honestly only been expecting people to help out when they're in a good position or whatever, and I see that there are people who do figure it out and learn about investing and learn about making 6 figures or better, and they like to keep it a secret, and they don't want to tell nobody because we are all competitors. So I can understand that, I can respect that. At the same time, I feel like there's nothing wrong with competition if it means that we all can learn and better ourselves. I mean, if you look at the world and the state of it, I mean, just look at the school systems, you know what I mean? Like, they're not doing extremely well. There's a constant, dissatisfaction with student loans and paying off school after you're done with school. I believe that with YouTube, like, we could all just share stuff. It's free for you to comment and subscribe and hit a like. You know what I mean? It's free for you to share some of your information, your knowledge, your experience. It's free for you to make a video and post it and talk about things that can help people in this world. You know what I mean? So, like, technically, there's a lot of things you can do for free that could change the world. And I'm hoping that, yeah, you run some ads along my page and you throw me some money, but not because I want to have more money in my pockets, but because I want to be able to provide the best content possible. And I want to be able to get so comfortable in front of this camera and talking to you guys and just supplying endless amounts of information, that will help you get into formation and be able to develop yourself and grow. I mean, I'm reading a book right now. Hold on one second. Let me show you this book that I'm reading. All right. The cover's messed up on it or whatever. Let me see. I don't know if you can see that because of the sun. There we go. Okay, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. All right. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. All right, so I'm trying to get used to working this camera. Bear with me, please bear with me. Subscribe to the channel because I promise you, I will improve every bit of my videos, the quality, content, everything, So I'm definitely working on it. I need to get my views up. I need to get the time that you spend watching my videos up. I gotta figure this all out. So it's easier to criticize than it is to actually to perfect. So, but I'm willing to put in the work, and I accept the criticism. And this book right here is the book that I'm reading right now. This book, oddly enough, I was talking about it to my girl, and I was telling her, I said, this book, a lot of people always tell you, read, think, and grow rich. Say that with me. Read, think, and grow rich. Okay? The word ain't up here, because all you see on the book is think and grow rich. But read, think, and grow rich. Say that a couple of times, because that's what we got to do to be successful. We got to read, we got to think, and we will grow rich. Dreams are goals in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And goals and dreams cannot become a reality unless you put in the work to make it a reality. You believe in, you know, you create that reality or whatever and whatnot. And that's pretty much what this book seems to be about. And I will go over, you know, what I get out of this book in time. However, the beginning of the book seems like the guy's talking about the other book, The Secret, and it seems like, I'm guessing that he goes and he talks to all the people that are successful and finds that they're all using the same techniques that's in The Secret. And so he put Think and Grow Rich, because that was his name of the book, to basically sum up what The Secret was. Now, I may be wrong, because honestly, I haven't read the book yet. I haven't even read The Secret, but I started reading The Secret and I was like, babe, this is what I always be talking about. If you believe, you can achieve. You know what I mean? Like the Tupac line, if you believe you can't achieve, just look at me. Against all odds, so life is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of just got to believe. Like, you got to think about the slaves. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they believed they wouldn't be slaves forever, that they would get free eventually, right? That's why they did the whole running away with Harriet Tubman or whatever, because they believed they would be free. What do you know? Later on, what happened? They ended up becoming free because they believed, you know what I'm saying? And so with me, it's like you kind of create your reality. You know, you kind of create your reality when you think something, you know, when you think about something enough, you can manifest it in a sense, you know what I mean? So I'm assuming that's what these books are about, you know what I mean? Because I did well in business, you know what I mean? But I only thought to a certain aspect, to a certain level. You know, when I started my business back in 2008, you know, I thought like, yeah, you know, I need to make a few $100 a day or $1,000 a day. And I did, you know, and I made like probably like $20,000 in like 6 weeks or whatever. And I felt so excited, because normally it would take me a whole year to get close to that or whatever. So to do it in about 6 weeks, you know, I was just like, holy moly, like, you know what I mean? And I didn't make all the best decisions because I didn't think further than that. You know, I kind of just thought about that. And in life, sometimes you just get what you ask for. And that's where these books come into play, you know, the whole think and get rich. You know what I mean? If you're asking for it, you're thinking about it, you want it to become a reality, it will become a reality. I mean, think about everything else, you know. Oh, I got to get up in the morning at such and such time. As soon as you set it in your head that you got to get up at a such and such time, then what's the next thing you do? You set an alarm clock. And then when you go to sleep, you remind yourself, I got to get up in the morning. When you talk to people, I got to get up in the morning. I got to go to work. You keep talking about it. And what happens? You wake up in the morning and you go to work. You know, people will say, oh, I gotta get gas. They don't think, oh, I gotta get in the car, turn on the ignition, press the brake, throw it in drive, put it in gas, drive up the street on such and such, take a left on such and such, take a right on such and such, pull into the gas station called such and such, pull up to pump number so and so, and put it. No, nobody thinks like that. When they think they got to get gas, the only thing on their mind is, I got to get gas and put gas in the car. And they say it a couple of times and they just go, and it just happens. And before you know it, they're right there getting gas, and then they're done. And they put the next thought on their mind. All right, now I got to go home. Next thing you know, their mind's already telling them exactly what it's got to do, and it sends them in its directions. I believe that this book is pretty much about the power of the mind, and that if you believe in something and you think about it and you concentrate on it enough, or I used to like just saying, if you channel it, then you can actually have that reality. It can come to you as long as you focus on it enough. You know, it's almost like school when they say study your subject, study the subject so you can pass the test. Well, you know that they're going to test you, so you study, you memorize everything with the intentions of passing. The more you study it, you feel like, okay, I'm confident now that I'm going to pass it. When you believe that you're going to pass it and you take that test, next thing you know, you're passing it. See how it all works? It's the power of the mind. You got to use your mind as much as possible. It is the hugest investment that you can ever make, you know. And the best way to do it is to read books. You got to get books. Crack open some books. Start reading some books, and you will succeed. You got to read. And it's not just any book. Technically, you can read any book, you know what I mean? But read the books that are actually going to benefit you, you know what I mean? If you want to learn how to be a bartender, you have to read books about bartending. Otherwise, it's not going to benefit you. You know, you don't want to read a comic book about the Incredible Hulk, you know, because you don't have the time to actually spend your time reading the cookbook and learning the recipes. You know what I mean? If you want to be a chef, you got to read cookbooks and you got to know recipes. You got to know, you know, how to measure your food, your drinks, your liquids, your dries. You know what I mean? Everything's got an effect. You got to learn about your safe serve. You got to learn about how to serve people. You have to learn about, you know, the etiquette. There's so much you got to learn. So anything that you want to do, you have to spend your time. You have to invest your time in it. You got to invest as much time as possible to achieve what you want to achieve, and it will come to you without a doubt. You know what I mean? You want everything bad to go away, then just focus on what's good, and all the good's gonna come to you. You know, if you feel lost or whatever, open up the Bible. I mean, I hope that doesn't offend anybody across the world or whatever, but that's what I do. You know, that's what I tend to do. And I open it up and I read the words, and you know, it kind of gives me some perspective and makes me realize, you know, wow, like, you know, I don't know everything, and there's so much to learn, and I have the opportunity to learn it. You know, I have 24 hours in a day. You know, technically, I don't have to sleep every single day. You know, I could take advantage of all this time and do as much work as possible, but nobody wants to burn themselves out, you know? So you gotta figure out a way to work in a way that works for you, you know? 9 to 5 doesn't work for everybody. Some people like to work 7 to 3. Some people don't even like the day shift, and they rather work the night shift. Everybody has their own preference. And because of this, everybody is a unique individual who has an ability to provide something that everybody needs in one way or another. If you don't want to work during the nighttime and somebody else does, that gives you a break. You don't have to work in the nighttime because somebody else does. And if somebody else doesn't want to work in the daytime but you do, that's a beautiful thing, because now you have the opportunity to just work in the daytime, you know, because you don't want to work at night, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So we're all in here together. We all work together. No matter how different we are, we can still be united for the same cause. Investing one-on-one will always be about us providing content, bringing materials, and talking about things that make a difference. You know, like, I could talk about anything, you know, and like, at the end of the day, it's like, what do you really want to learn, and how much do you want to learn? Because the best way to learn anything is to study the people that you admire or who have done it already. You know, and unless you're an inventor, you're creating something that's never been created, you still got to look up inventors and see what they've created, just to make sure you're not creating something that's already been created. You know, there's a lot of things that you could bring to the world, a lot of things you could bring to my channel, a lot of things you could bring into your life, you know, and to improve your life. So I'm asking, hit that subscribe